Let's Reason Together is brought to you by Apostle Prince, making God's Word come alive to you.
God rejected Saul and went in for a young guy called David and said, he is a man upon my heart. When King Saul realized that God had a special interest in David, King Saul decided to pester and also hunt David, even to the point of death. It is not very common in Israel for a king to be elected or selected by God, and that king has his rulership divided, except David. Because when God said, I want David to be king, the Bible said there was serious resistance from Saul, who said, God, even though you said David will be king, I will not let him be king, because if David will be king, it means I have to be dethroned. And so when David was even anointed to be king, the Bible said he couldn't come to the capital city of Israel. He couldn't come to Jerusalem, where the palace was. In fact, he couldn't come to the Flaster house, the main throne where the king must stay. David had been selected as king. He had been anointed as king, but the physical throne, Saul said, I won't give it to you. And so David had to live in another town. Even though he was selected as king, he couldn't come to the palace. And the Bible said he was there for 7 good years. The throne was not given to him. Well, I don't know who is listening to me tonight, but it looks like God has endorsed somebody to be king, and men say, we will not give you the throne. And so there are many kings, by God's standard, who don't have the throne. Tonight, may grace give you the throne. How can God make me a king, and a man has taken the throne? A king without a throne is a citizen. Are we together? How can you be a king without a throne? In fact, your throne emphasizes your kingship. A king must have a throne. But here comes a king without a throne. And so the Bible said, for David was in Hebron. That was where he was hiding. A king without a throne. A throneless king is a citizen. And so David was waiting patiently until finally God had to kill Saul mysteriously. And then David traveled from Hebron to Jerusalem. But he had been there for 7 years. You know, somebody has started assimilating this message already. I know somebody is getting the impulse of the message already. You know, there are people in the wedding carnage. The Lord has anointed them kings and queens, but the thrones are nowhere to be found. But 2020 is a year where the Lord will give you a throne that will let your kingship and your queenship be powerful. Yes, it's going to define your kingship and your queenship. 7 years as an anointed king, but he was living somewhere. Finally, Saul died and David took the throne. So imagine how difficult it was for David to be king, and now he is king. The king is now entering the palace for the first time. He had a feel of the air condition. He had a feel of the flat screens, the plasma, the 100-inch plasma. He had some stuffing chairs to sit in and all the things that go with kingship. The feeling has changed. His status has changed. A new flair has come upon David. And I see it coming upon some people in this place. And number 2 thing God did was that when he became king, God now said, let there be peace upon David. All the enemies of David said, we won't fight with you again. From this time we are friends. So David will no more go to war for this season. 2 things happened. He had been made king already, but his throne was under challenge. The Lord gave the throne to him, number 1. He entered the palace as a consolation. Number 2, God said, no more fighting, David. I have calmed down the hearts of your enemies. No more fight. God gave him peace. Well, I don't know how to be king and have no peace. I don't want to be a prosperous man without peace. You know, there are many rich people who can't sleep. I don't like that one. I want to be a rich man sleeping. Are we together? Don't receive a peaceless blessing. We don't like that one. We want a peaceful blessing. Can you say amen to that?
Subscribe for more of such videos. Take what you've heard. Liberate yourself with it. Jesus is Lord.